What's up, guys? This is Jordan from Fitness Marriage Life. Today we're going to go over a topic that has been widely discussed in the health and fitness world for quite some time. That is the topic of if it fits your macros and flexible dieting. Disclaimer: I am not an expert on this topic by any means. I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a dietitian. I'm just someone who has a little bit of experience, and I thought I'd share it with you, and maybe you can have a little bit of insight on this topic. So, first and foremost, what is if it fits your macros? If it fits your macros is, I hate to use the term diet, so we will use the term lifestyle, if you will, of which you're able to fit different foods into your daily intake to meet your goals. The opposite of that being a meal plan given to you by yourself, your coach, or what have you. Now, some meal plans are macronutrient based. Actually, they're becoming a lot more macronutrient based. Some people who just get a cookie cutter diet and they'll follow it, and it'll work great for a brief period of time, but everybody is different. You cannot give a meal plan to someone who is 150 pounds with a super fast metabolism and a person who's 250 pounds who is, who doesn't have a fast metabolism and expect to have the same results. Everybody is different, so everybody will have a different macronutrient ratio. I think that if it fits your macros and flexible dieting are different but the same, meaning that if it fits your macros, you can fit any food into your macros for the day and it count. You can have chicken, sweet potato, rice, green beans, all your clean foods, and track it, and you're still fitting your macros. Flexible dieting, however, is a term where you're fitting different foods into your daily macronutrient intake to still achieve the same result, but you're not being as strict, I suppose, as you are if you're just eating the same thing over and over and over again, but while still hitting your macros. So if you want chicken one day and you want turkey the next day, you exchange those out, and if there's any discrepancy in fat or in protein, you just even that out throughout your day. I hope that makes sense. So what is a macro? A macro is a macronutrient. Macronutrients are your proteins, your carbs, and your fats. This is what makes up basically all the caloric density in foods. Protein is the repair amino acids for your body. Especially us in the fitness world who go to the gym, we break down muscle tissue, we got to have the protein to repair it. The protein is essential. Fats also essential in regulating hormones, that type of thing. Carbohydrates aren't essential, but they're really good. You seem to be happier when you eat more carbs, but it's your body's preferred source of energy. So those are the three basic macronutrients. Whenever you are fitting your macros, you are fitting those numbers into your daily intake. Now, next topic. How do you track your macros? I prefer the app MyFitnessPal. It's for iPhones, for Android. There are numerous other apps online and on your mobile device where you can track your macros. Next, how do you get a baseline for your macros? Just like the app, there are numerous ways to figure out what your macronutrient intake is. How I figure out mine, spoiler alert, is IIFYM.com, ifitfitsyourmacros.com. They have a macro calculator on there, and you just plug in your numbers, your height, your weight, your lifestyle, whether you're sedentary, whether like if you're a construction worker, that type of thing. How many days a week do you exercise? How frequent, how many minutes a day do you exercise? That type of thing. And it will figure up a rough estimate based on that for your daily macronutrient intake. It's very helpful. It's not perfect by any means, but it's free, and free is always good. So go to IIFYM.com and just plug it in, and it will spit you out a set list of numbers. And you can try that for a period of time. And if you're trying to lose weight, let's say you're trying to lose a pound a week, and you try it for a week and you've only lost like 0.2 pounds. Okay, so you can then adjust from that. Say it's giving you 200 grams of protein, 300 carbs, and 50 grams of fat. It just spit that out at you. And you're only losing 0.2 pounds. So, okay, so you can take away some carbs, and you'll still, you can meet your goal. Like I said, it's just basically going to be taking away carbs, because they're the body's preferred source of energy. So on to another topic of clean foods versus dirty foods. This is where it gets kind of controversial when it comes to, the fitness community, because I've seen people who will follow If It Fits Your Macros, and they abuse the heck out of this. They follow If It Fits Your Macros, but it's more like if it fits your mouth, or they will fit. The purpose of it for them is to fit all of the dirty food that they can into their numbers. So if they have 100 grams of carbs, they're trying to just pound down with ice cream and Pop-Tarts and that, and your body is not going to respond well to that. What I have found works best for me is about 30 to 35 grams of fiber per day with a multivitamin, and I usually get about 70 to 80% of my calories from what you would consider clean foods. Then I have a little bit of fun. If I have carbs left over and I want to have a Pop-Tart, I'm going to have a Pop-Tart. If I can fit it into my numbers after I've already had my micronutrient dense food. Micronutrients being your vitamins and minerals. You have to get those in from food too. That's just where a lot of people go wrong in thinking that you can just go out and eat crap and still maintain your physique. You can to a point, but it's like I said, it's very, very person dependent, and also your goals are dependent on this as well. If you're cutting up, especially if you're dieting in pre-contest for a show, and you're on like really low carbs, if you're on like 75 grams of carbs, there is no way you're going to fit a lot of your fun foods into that. It's just not possible, because you need to get your basic vitamins and minerals and fiber in. I hope that makes a little bit of sense. The best way I've found that it works is to plan ahead, because it'll work not to go to our jobs. So I'll get on my Fitness Pal and I'll pack my food, I'll get on there and I'll say, okay, I'm going to have this, and this. I'll pack all my clean foods for the day, and then whatever I have left over, I'll fit those in. And I generally like to have my Pop-Tarts and my Oreos, which I am in contest prep right now, and I'm still eating those, because I still have the carbohydrates high enough to where I can still fit those in. But I usually like to have those right after I work out, just for a little insulin spike after I work out. But I hope that makes a little bit of sense. So in a nutshell, like I said, I've tried to keep this short and sweet to the point. if it fits your macros, find out what works for you. Find your macronutrient intake, get your vitamins, get your minerals, get your fiber in, and then have some fun. Eat your fun foods. Obviously, if your numbers are higher, if you're able to eat 500 grams of carbs and 150 grams of fat, and you're still maintaining, or you're eating it to achieve your goal, you're obviously going to be able to take in more of your fun foods than you would be if you were on 100 grams of carbs or 150 grams of carbs, for the sheer fact that you've already probably hit your fiber intake. You've hit your vitamins and your minerals for the day, and now you can just eat not necessarily whatever you want, as long as it fits into your numbers. I hope this is making sense. I feel like I'm rambling, but it's like trying to talk about water and trying to talk about air. If it fits your macros, it's such a wide topic that you can't just narrow it down and talk about this point and that point. Basically, find foods that you enjoy to eat a good portion of healthy foods, track it, put it into your numbers, and make it fit. I hope this makes sense. If it does not, please comment below. If you have any questions, please comment, shoot me an email, and I'll be more than happy to help. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you like this type of content, please let us know. We're still kind of new to this. We're trying to figure out, where this channel is going to go, what we want to do. We've mainly done a lot of fitness stuff here at the beginning. Mainly because I'm in contest prep right now, and my focus is really on that. But after this is over, we're gonna have a lot more lifestyle stuff, a lot more, Rachel doing vlogs and that type of thing. So just comment whatever you want to see, whatever you want to see this channel go, wherever you want to see it go with it. So thank you all for watching. Hope y'all got something out of this.